Nerdy Girl Crochets, who typically doesn't do many markets, just finished her first market of the year and now is doing another market. I literally had just put all the cash in the bank that I had pulled out from my last market. Today, I signed up for another one. Ta-da! This video will be doing a little bit of restocking of my bestsellers. I'm going to be trying out some new small patterns. I'm excited! Some of these patterns I have made in the past before, but I'll be making multiple of them for this next market. I'm excited to see how they do, and I am excited to show you guys. For those who are new here, my name is Britt. I am the face behind Nerdy Girl Crochets. I am extremely passionate about painting the eyes that go into crochet plushies. A lot of my collections are based off of my favorite anime. As you can see, I'm a huge anime lover. I also love the Fury Dragons, Spider-Man, so really anything nerdy is up my alley. I also love to make other crochet accessories such as the sewing sticks that help make sewing plushies together much easier, stitch markers. I also sell plushies over on my website. As far as any physical items go, those are all sold on my website, which is nerdygirlcrochets.com. You can find my crochet patterns on my website and Etsy, but any physical products you can only find on my website, which is nerdygirlcrochets.com. I am really excited to jump into today's video, which will be another market prep, which I definitely did not anticipate doing another one of these for this year. Unless it was for the potential anime convention that I signed up for. I don't know when I'll find out if I got into that. I know a lot of times when it comes to anime conventions, it's not uncommon to not find out if you got accepted until a month before the event. So given that I am a crocheter, I can't wait that long. I'm not a super fast crocheter, which is totally fine. I'm at peace with the fact that I'm not super Speedy Gonzalez. That's okay. However, because it's a 3-day event, I'm going to have a lot of inventory. So after this market, I'm just going to be treating it as if I'm accepted, because it's not a bad thing to have all that inventory. I do know coming into this next year, I want to have more inventory and be doing markets more anyways. So I'll just be treating it as if I'm accepted. That being said, this video will be just showing the makes that I have made for this coming market, which is actually tomorrow. Today is the 21st. I signed up for a market that is at a local middle school. I had not heard of this middle school before. I recently signed up for some Facebook groups, and that's how I've been finding out about local markets, bazaars, since going full-time. I took my business full time. It honestly feels really good to say that out loud now. Before I really get into the video, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your kind words. I'm just overwhelmed. I got so much love yesterday when I posted on Instagram that I have left nursing to pursue my crochet business full time. That was not an easy decision. This has been a really, really hard year. I worked really hard to become a nurse, and I have a really, really big heart. It was not an easy road being a nurse. It's just not what I thought it would be. I can't say I regret it. I don't. It's made me stronger and everything. With the way things are, I could not provide the care that I felt my patients deserve. And I just want to say thank you so much for all of your guys' kindness. I fought really hard to get where I'm at this point, and I'm just so proud of the growth that I've made. And I don't know, my heart is just overflowing with gratitude for everybody's kindness. So I wanted to make sure I said that, and it feels really good to just get my story out there, be able to say like, yes, I'm full-time now. This is where like I'm pouring all of my heart and energy into. It just makes me really, really proud. Like, my business is here because I did it. This is all because of me, and it feels really good. I would not be here without all of your support. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. It means more than you know. So I just had to say that before I really get into like the flow of the video. Prior to going full time, I honestly didn't really know how people were even finding out about local markets and stuff like that. And it was funny. My husband had friends in town and they were taking a Lyft somewhere, and he was mentioning that I like run a crochet business, and the Lyft driver was saying she should sign up for like Facebook groups to find out about local vending. And that's how I started signing up for Facebook groups. If you're looking into like vending more at local events, I highly recommend signing up for Facebook groups. That's how I've been finding out more about different vending opportunities. I signed up to vend at a local middle school. I have no idea what the foot traffic is going to be like. The vending fee was cheap. It's only $55 for the day. It's going to be from 9 to 4. So like, I can gamble. Like $55, that's fine. I can gamble. I'm excited to see like how it goes and everything. I am still going full on nerdy branding. So because at my last market, a lot of my smaller stuff did sell, I did go ahead and restock those. So if you didn't see my previous market prep videos and like my market recap video, I'll show you what I have made to help for prepping for this weekend's market. So one of my best sellers from my last market was the Stardew Valley chickens, which are by Crochet by Dill. I love this pattern so much. I feel like I've mentioned this in like all of my market prep videos. I just think it's so cool. I love that it looks like the Stardew Valley chickens, and I loved that people there could identify that it was a Stardew Valley chicken. I have seen people use like the maple chicken pattern and just do the Stardew colors, which is totally fine. I will say the maple chicken is a little quicker, but I'm willing to take a little bit extra time to do this pattern because it truly looks like the Stardew Valley chicken. Now, the one thing I did do this time, just to save a little bit of time, is I did go ahead and just use safety eyes. For my first market of this year, I did embroider the eyes because I was like, well, it's pixel art. I want to be as accurate as possible. But for the sake of just being quicker, I did go ahead this time and just use safety eyes. I did the oval ones, and honestly, I still look at it and I'm like, that's a Stardew Valley chicken. It's much faster doing the safety eyes, and I just think they're super, super cute. I have made two in blue. I have made one in white. My goal was to make two in each of the main colors, which are blue, white, and black. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to get around to making the void chicken, which is the black. I definitely think I can make another white one today for sure. So at least I'll have the blue and the white, which I did feel like people gravitated to. So at least I'll have those. So those are restock makes because they sold out at my last market. And then the other popular make that sold out at my last market were these little mini Fury Dragons by Pebble Crochets. These are free on her Instagram page, so free pattern, which is always nice. Oh my gosh, I love this pattern so, so much. And honestly, when I was market prepping for my last market, this pattern just came out while I was market prepping. It's not like it was in my toolbox of market makes or anything. It came out while I was prepping, and I was like, that is so cute. I need to make it. And I fell in love. They drew attention like crazy. I felt like every time somebody came up to the table, they were like squealing over these little furies. So these little babies sold out, and these eyes are by my best friend Mando Crochets. I am brain farting. I know These both are Eyes by Mando Crochets. So I know one is Poison Apple and Potion Green, I want to say, which they are available on her Etsy. Oh, these ones are my absolute favorite. The camera isn't picking it up, but they have like a shimmer to blue. Oh, I love them. And she was kind enough to give me these before her drop so I can make my little Furies. Oh my gosh. I'm so obsessed with them. But yes, these little mini Furies, people were going crazy over them. So these were definite popular little small makes that I had at my booth. So I knew I wanted to restock these. My original hope was to have 3 toothless, but I've only made 2. Depending time-wise what today looks like for me, I might make another, but I do want to do a mock setup. And last time I did a mock setup, it just did not go as planned. It took a lot longer than I anticipated, so I don't want to put it off until the end of the day. I want to be more proactive today. It just ended up being a mess. I got to bed really late last time, so I just want to be a little like ahead of the game today, just so I don't end up in that hot mess express like I was 2 weeks ago at my last market. So the mini Furies, I highly recommend this pattern for anybody who is a toothless fan like me. So cute. So I've got 2 toothless, and then I made 1 light Fury. I forgot to mention that the yarn for the toothless, this is Knotty Pony yarn, and I used a 5.5 millimeter hook. And then this is Sweet Snuggles Light with a 5.5 millimeter hook. And these eyes are by Allie Mackenzie Crafts. These are her baby Saja eyes from her K-pop Demon Hunters drop, and oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with them. I knew from the moment I saw them, I was like, Light Fury! I was like, they're going to be perfect for Light Fury, and they are. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I'm like, don't they just scream Light Fury? Oh. This is what this pattern does to me. I'm just like, squeeze, so cute. I just love that you can literally pick it up and it's just so easy to hold. I love that. Love it so much. So I only made 1 Light Fury. So this is about the same as I had last time, where I had 2 toothless, 1 Light Fury, and they sold out. And typically I've been sticking to very like character specific for my booth, but this time I went with my heart, and I'm trying to remember where I left off. Mama Nerdy called because she's running to Michael's. Apparently she's been on a manhunt looking for a perfect purple for Rumi's hair, because when we were shopping the other day, I was like, I need purple for Rumi's hair. Michael's used to carry this purple, which I love for Rumi's hair. I like that it's vibrant, and this is all I have left of it. And we went there and I was like, I don't know if they still carry it or not, and they didn't have any. So apparently my mom has been like on a manhunt looking for purple. She saw like Demi Pearl, I guess. Their newer stuff has a vibrant purple, but she's been like looking all around the different Michaels trying to find it. And I guess like one of the local Michaels has it. And so she called, asked if I want it. And I was like, well, I can't go anywhere. She's like, that's not what I asked. So shout out to Mama Nerdy looking out for me to get more purple so I can make more Rumies. Because she's like, well, I know you're hoping to get in with that anime convention, right? So anyways, Mama Nerdy is the best. I love my mom. She is like the jack of all crafts. She can make anything. She's amazing. And it's been fun because in the more recent months, I've been helping her learn amigurumi. Like back in high school, she taught me how to do like a chain and a double crochet so I could learn how to make blankets. I actually donated blankets for bereavement boxes for a local hospital. So it was like full circle that was my senior project. And then my last job was working as a labor and delivery nurse. So that was kind of crazy. Full circle moment. Anyways, that was like a little interlude. Back to the market makes. For my markets, I typically been switching this year more so to nerdy and character specific, because last year I felt like if it wasn't a character specific thing, I had more people kind of looking at it like, what is that? And then this year I had people looking for dragons, and I was like, oh my gosh, where were you last year? But I think it just goes to show you never know what people want. This week when I was prepping, my heart was kind of like, I just feel like making a dragon, just like a cute little dragon. So I still used Pebble Crochet's Little Fury, but instead of making a traditional Fury, I went ahead and used these eyes by Stacy Makes. These were eyes that we did a trade, and look at that. I loved that they were like pink and blue. Love. And then this is like yarn I got quite a while ago from like Temu. And then the white is just like Brene blanket yarn. A little cutesy pink and white Fury. 4 of these little tiny Furies. Those will be on my booth table. And those were the main best sellers for me at my last market. So the little mini Furies and the Stardew Valley chickens. So those are what I've made so far for the restock. Now the other little patterns that I have made, and I'm curious to see how they'll do. He's so cute. So this is a little Psyduck. I have made 3 of them. Hold him by his tail. I think that works. That works great. There you go. That looks funny. It's a little Psyduck. This is by Poggy's Place. So Poggy's Place over on Instagram. She makes a ton of little cutesy patterns like this. I actually tested this pattern back when it first came out. And I was like, he'd be perfect to bring. So little Psyduck. I think he's so cute. I used Sweet Snuggles Light to make him, and then like the Brene blanket yarn just for little skin tone parts. I just think he's so cute, and I love that he's just palm sized. And I used a 6mm hook to make him. I just think he's really cute. And the other new little make I did was this little Kirby, which technically is a keychain pattern. This one's by Sweet Breeze Crochet. This over on Instagram, and it's a free pattern on her page, but I made him in blanket yarn. I want to say a 6.5mm hook, but I'm brain farting. I want to say a 6.5mm hook. That's typically what I use with the Brene blanket yarn. So I just think these turned out so cute. I really love this little guy. I will say it was quite telling for me how this and this, even though Psyduck has like a lot more added little things like the hair and this, these took me about the same time, and it just kind of goes to show that for me, blanket yarn, with it being like way more rough on my wrists and just doesn't glide the same way, it's just harder to work with, so it slows me down. I'm way faster when the yarn is just like soft. Right now, I'm just kind of working through my stock of blanket yarn. I can't believe it used to be my favorite. When I first started crocheting, I like exclusively used blanket yarn, especially like Brene blanket yarn, and now it just kills me. It hurts my wrists, it slows me down. I do not enjoy working with it, but for the sake of like saving money, I'm trying to just use the stock that I have. And once I'm done, I will not be using it as much. I don't think I really ever want to use it anymore, to be honest. There are so many better alternatives. I know for me, like as far as like a thicker plush yarn, I absolutely love Knotty Pony. I would really like to be switching a lot of my plush yarn over to that. Plus, I love that it's, you know, Knotty Pony is by Carrie, which is Traveling Pony Studio here on YouTube. I really like supporting other small business owners. I would much rather put my business towards that. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but biggest thing is like, I don't enjoy working with blanket yarn anymore, and it slows me down. It gets caught on my hook. It hurts my wrist. There's just so many things. Moral of the story, I'm trying to work through my stock so I can just use it up because I've already paid the money and I have it, and then just be done with it. But I really love this pattern by Sweet Breeze Crochet. This is over on our Instagram for free, and I just think he's so cute. And I've made 3 of these. And then this was a no-brainer. This was an attention grabber at my booth last time, seeing the little kids go crazy over the Huntrix girls. Oh, so cute. So I knew I was going to be making more of Rumi. She was the one that sold out. I had brought 3 Rumis with me, and I was hoping to make 3 of her to kind of like replenish my stock, but I just ran out of time. I've just been busy and admittedly really tired. It's been a lot of like go, go, go for the last month, and it did kind of catch up with me, and that's okay. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes of being a small business owner that people on the outside will never know. I will never trade that for anything, but that's not to say I'm not tired. And it just kind of caught up with me, and that's okay, but I'm a little tired, so I did not have time to make a third. So Rumi, I've got one done. Look at I've got one done and I need to finish the other. The only thing left though is I do need to put like the eyelashes on them. So I need to embroider those. I need to finish her braid and then they're done. So I'm really happy about that. These ones both do have eyes by me. My friend Mando Crochets has painted eyes for me. I am kind of like keeping those to the side because I figure it would be nice. I do plan to make more Rumi in preparation in case I do get on with that con. So there will definitely be more Rumis in my future. So I'm not worried about it. I just literally have the eyes I had pre-painted on my desk. It was literally just the fact that it was convenient and they're right in front of me that I just popped these eyes in. These are from my Be the Light collection. So they're the light purple from the Be the Light collection. My girl Rumi from K-Pop Demon Hunters. Absolutely obsessed. And speaking of K-Pop Demon Hunters, I just revealed over on Instagram that K-Pop Demon Hunters is going to be the theme of my next eye drop, and I'm so excited. I don't think it's any secret that I am absolutely K-Pop Demon Hunters obsessed. So doing this eye drop theme has definitely been on my list. I have 2 of my really good friends who have done K-Pop Demon Hunters. It's just so much fun. I think it's really, really cool just to see that it's all the same theme, but we all have our different styles and takes on it, and that's what I love so much. I have bought eyes from both of them. Allie Mackenzie Crafts did a K-Pop Demon Hunters eye drop, and then Lush Lux Loops also did K-Pop Demon Hunters eye drop, and yes, I bought eyes from both of them. Both were so amazing, and I just love that, you know, we can do the same theme but we all have our own different like flair on them. I'll go ahead and go show you guys what the K-Pop Demon Hunter eye look like. Good morning, my crafty friends. It is now November 24th. I ended up getting just like really busy. So I was not able to show my upcoming eye drop eyes on that day when I was like, let me show you my eyes. You know, squirrel. So I'll show them today. It is actually my sister's birthday today, so shout out and happy birthday to Samantha. Without further ado, let's show my next upcoming eye drop. These eyes will be dropping on November 30th at 10 a.m. PST on my website, nerdygirlcrochets.com. I am so excited about these eyes. I absolutely love K-Pop Demon Hunters. I think that's pretty evident not only on my channel here, but if you follow me over on Instagram, I constantly talk about K-Pop Demon Hunters. I have made a ton of Derpy. I have made Jinu, Rumi. I am absolutely obsessed with K-Pop Demon Hunters. The movie came out at like a really low point in my life and it really made me feel seen and heard. I can't say enough good things about it, so I am really excited to finally be coming out with a drop collection for the movie. It honestly was really hard to come out with only like 6 different designs. I could have come out with more. I honestly have decided from here on out when it comes to my drops, I am just going to be doing 6 designs and 1 like anime at a time. It just works best for my squirrely brain. Before I would do like 3 different anime and just a couple designs from each anime. And I've really just been loving honing in on 1 anime at a time. I love that it all fits on 1 card so I can do bundles for you guys. So let me show you. So here they are. I know I've seen a lot of people when they do the collection, they do, you know, obviously Rumi, Zoe, Mira. I didn't want to do that just because I was like, that's half the collection right there. And I knew I had vision already for Rumi, Derpy, and What It Sounds Like. Before I really talk more about them, I want to just name them off from top to bottom. I have Rumi, Genu, Huntrix, Saja Boy, Derpy, and What It Sounds Like. So I'll kind of try and just like tilt the card a little bit, and then I'll pull them out one-on-one so you guys can see them a little bit closer. So as much as I love the three girls, I really did not want to limit myself so much by designing eyes for Rumi, Zoe, and Mira, because literally that would have taken out half of them, and I already had visions for Derpy and What It Sounds Like. Literally the first time I watched the movie, the Derpy eyes were actually the first vision for a safety eye set that I got. I remember literally watching it as I watched it for the first time, and I was like, oh, I can make safety eyes literally look like that. Like, literally vision for the first time. And as I was watching the movie for the first time, What It Sounds Like was the first song that literally gave me chills. It was the first song that I listened to very loudly on repeat. The lyrics, just everything. At that time, that's really what resonated so deeply. Because I resonated so deeply with the song What It Sounds Like, and it reflected and related to a point in my life that was, you know, difficult, challenging, and I've since overcome it. I knew I wanted the collection to have a set that really encompassed that, so that is why I wanted to make sure that I had a set called What It Sounds Like. So that's why I just knew, I was like, okay, I'm not going to do Zoe and Mira in this set, because I knew I wanted to have Huntrix, Saja Boys, like, it needed to happen. So that's why Zoe and Mira are not in the collection. I did a really big drop when I did my band inspired eyes, and don't get me wrong, I had fun with that. It was very healing, but it was overwhelming. So that's why I've learned along the way with my business and what I like to do when it comes to designing my safety eyes. 6 is good. 6 is good for me. And I love that it just like fits on one card. I love being able to do the bundles. I'm learning along the way, and this is just what I really like, and I'm really happy with how the designs have come out for the K-pop Demon Hunters collection. I'm so excited to get these out to everybody. Like I said, I truly am K-pop Demon Hunters obsessed. So truly, it's like crocheting K-pop Demon Hunter patterns, using K-pop Demon Hunters eyes by my friends, and now designing them myself. Ugh, I just love it. It never gets old for me. I'm still watching it like multiple times a week, listening to the soundtrack. So yeah, if you're K-pop Demon Hunters obsessed like me, drop a comment in below. Tell me who your favorite girl is. Let's connect because I love it so much. Once again, these will be dropping November 30th, 10 a.m. PST on my website, nerdygirlcrochets.com. So let's take a peek at them closer one-on-one. These are Rumi. I actually tried a couple different designs before I nailed this design down. I wanted to make sure that I incorporated stars because I think of, you know, she's golden, now she's shining, she's not hiding. So definitely wanted to incorporate stars. Also, at the end, you know, when she is singing golden, she's got the like little golden stars in her hair. So I wanted to incorporate little details like that. And then the little bits of pink in the eye, that is to, you know, symbolize her patterns. When she really goes into that demon form at first, they're really bright pink. So that's how I came up with this design. Really love how these came out. Really proud of this design. So those are Rumi. For Gino, it took me a little bit to get his design down, I'm not gonna lie, but finally once I did nail down his design, I was pretty proud of it. I feel like photos and videos don't do his eyes justice, as in general, like photo and video don't do sparkly things justice in general. They're always prettier in person in my opinion, but these are the Genu eyes. I really wanted to try and incorporate the blue like his soul, and then the pink obviously like his patterns, the demon realm. And the video is not showing, but in the background there is like a pink shimmer. I think these are a lot more dynamic than video and photo can show. I'm really happy with this set. I just think it pops so much more than the video could ever show, but really happy with how this set came out. Ah, I love it. So these are the Genu eyes. All right, next up we've got Huntrix. I really like how these ones came out. Not gonna lie, I'm always a sucker for pretty much anything that's like purpley blue, pink. That usually is a lot of like my go-to colors, I would say, and many of my other drops too. But yeah, I really love how these came out. Okay, there you can kind of see the color shift, but it's always kind of hard to like pick it up sometimes in video. But yeah, primarily the purpley blue, but they do have a little bit of shift of pink. Oh, love the Huntrix set. Up next, we've got Saja Boys, and these ones sparkle like crazy. I hope the camera picks it up. I really just don't feel like the camera does it justice of how much these actually sparkle. In person, they sparkle like crazy. And they've got like the pink and they've got teal. They have such insane sparkle to them. Once I nailed down this design, I was just so happy with how it came out. I just wish it would really show. But yeah, really happy with how the Saja Boy design came out. I'm like, come on, show how beautiful you are. I love sparkles, you guys. Like, seriously, sparkle everything. These ones are Derpy. Like I said, this was actually the first, like, inspiration safety I said I got. Like, I was watching the movie for the first time, and I was like, the colors of this movie are stunning. And I was like, if I end up liking this movie, which pretty much right off the bat, I was like, I like this movie. This would make a gorgeous collection. But it was Derpy that I was like, oh, I could make this eye. This was the vision I had. So those are the Derpy eyes. The What It Sounds Like eyes sparkle so insanely that my camera often has a hard time picking up the sparkle. Like, it'll blur a lot. It's really funny. But they sparkle so insanely. I have sent them to my friends who often help me with promoting for my drops beforehand. Like, thank you so much to my best friends who help me. It seriously means so much to me. So how I best describe the What It Sounds Like eyes is it's like they're like an opal. So anyways, I'm really hoping the camera will show this. The inspiration I was using for when I was designing the What It Sounds Like eyes was when they're all three together and kind of like going up towards the sky as they're singing together. Oh, good. The camera is picking up that sparkle. So these are the What It Sounds Like eyes. I just was really trying to capture how beautiful and colorful that scene is. So these are the What It Sounds Like eyes. I was just so happy I was able to capture those beautiful colors. So there they are. And that rounds out the K-pop Demon Hunters Safety Eye collection that'll be dropping on my website November 30th at 10 a.m. I'm just so excited. That will be my last collection of this year, 2025. As far as new collections go, it was really important to me to get this collection out before Christmas time, so those who do celebrate and want to get safety eyes as a gift for somebody who crochets could do that. I will be making sure that these eyes get out to people in time for Christmas. almost 9 p.m. the night before the market. I have to be there by 7 a.m. in order to set up. I'm in a lot better of a place this time as far as being like organized and ready to go than I was my last market like 2 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, last time I wasn't in bed until like almost 11:30. And this time I'm already showered. I've got all of my totes ready to go lined up, like go right into the car. So I feel pretty good. I feel organized. I'm excited to see how tomorrow goes. I'm hoping that some of my plushies can find forever homes. And honestly, I'm just feeling really tired. I think just the constant busyness is definitely catching up to me. I've been feeling a smidgen, a smidgen, that's not a word, but I'm going to make it a word. A smidgen burnt out. I'm not going to lie. Just really tired, but not burnt out in the sense of like going to the market. I will say, like, I used to always say like, oh, I really just don't like markets, but things have changed now. Now that I am openly talking about the fact that I am focusing on my business full time, things are just different now. I did not care for them as much when I had my full-time nursing job because I was working night shift, and that was just really hard. Like last year when I did the market, oh my gosh. So I called my first day off after working night shift my roadkill day because I literally felt like roadkill. I was so tired. And so the day before the market was my roadkill day, which typically on roadkill day, I didn't do anything. Like I was useless to the world. I was so exhausted, sleep deprived, just, yeah, a zombie. And that was the day before the market, which typically the day before markets, like I need to be productive. I need to make sure I have all my ducks in a row. And so I just like did not have time to prep. It just was stressful and everything. But things are different now. I feel like I can adequately prep. I don't know, my head in the game, so to speak. It just feels different now. And the thing is I like people. I like people. My favorite part about nursing was caring for the patients and connecting with the patients. So I do like interacting with people at the market scene. So I am excited about that because working from home, that part, you don't get that. So I do get that when I go to the markets. I don't have that dislike of markets anymore because I do get that sense of like interaction with others that I had before. And yeah, so it is really nice. So I'm looking forward to that. I do really like connecting with people in the community. Obviously, I've got a lot of plushies. This time around, I am bringing some other plushies, like others that I had listed on my website that weren't necessarily like characters, but I just really hope they find like a new home. Honestly, I've got so many plushies and I can't like just have them hanging around. So I'm really hoping some of them will sell, but like I said, I don't know what the foot traffic is like because I've never been to this one before. Fingers crossed, we'll see, but I don't really go in with expectations. Like, I go in hopeful, but we'll see. We'll see. Before I log off for the night, I just wanted to kind of wrap up and show the last few things that I did finish because I did finally finish Rumi, the one by Sweet Beans Crochet. And I wanted to mention because I have started doing something on her just like to speed up the process a little bit. And I was like, I wonder if other people would like this too, which it's just like my preference thing. But for her little belts, I always was like sewing them down anyways. So I was like, why don't I just try slip stitching in the back and chaining from there? Because if you've made her that, before it was like a separate chain. But anyway, so instead of making it separate and then securing it down, I just started by slip stitching it and then chaining around and then securing it with like another slip stitch. And I personally feel like it's faster that way. And so that's how I've started to do it. Anything to make it a little bit quicker, especially because I have been making a lot more of the dolls. And this might sound funny, but I had done the ears on one of her, and I felt like because of how I sewed her hair on, it was just like the ear was so close to the eye with the hair. I just decided I'm not gonna do the ears because it was just such a tight space, and honestly, I was like, I don't really feel she needs it. With all of the dolls that I've made in the past, a ton of them have never had ears, and I think they're cute. So I just was like, you know what? I don't think she needs them. I think she looks cute anyways. It's a preference thing. She looks cute with them and without them. I don't think a customer would be like, you know what? I'm not gonna buy her because she doesn't have ears. Like, realistically, I don't look at her and go, oh, she doesn't have ears. So I decided I'm just not gonna do it because, like, it's just such a limited space. I actually have a hard time getting the ear in that space. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna save myself some time and just not do the ears. Rumi! So I got 2 of her. And yeah, so those are just kind of 2 adjustments I have decided from here on out I'm going to make just to make it a little bit quicker because I have been making quite a few of her. And this time around, I actually found some blanket yarn that I had. So fully made in blanket yarn aside from her hair. That is Sweet Snuggles Light for her hair. That's the Michaels yarn. And I thought today when my mom was shopping, she was finding like a purple demi pearl yarn, which is the newer Michaels, but she didn't. She actually found this exact purple Sweet Snuggles Light. And I was so excited because I can't find it. It's not listed on their website, nothing, but she found this purple and she got it for me because she's like, you know, us crafters have to stick together. And she knows I love this vibrant purple for Rumi. So 2 Rumis will be coming with me. On top of the things that I made for the market, I also was testing another Derpy pattern. And when I saw this one, I was super excited. I thought it was really cool and unique. Just different than many other of the Derpy patterns that I had seen. So I was like, I definitely want to test this one, and I applied and I got it. So I was really excited. This one is by Faye's Niche over on Instagram, and I know she's also here on YouTube as well. And I could tell just on the picture of him, I was like, okay, I can tell he's a big boy. I could tell he was a really big Derpy. I knew going in, I was like, I'm gonna make him in Posh. It was really funny because like I would send photos of him into the tester group and they're like, oh, he's so tiny. And I'm like, really? Because he's big in my opinion. But for me, I have gotten used to working with Posh in the last year. So for me, he's big, but my first year of crocheting, I made everything in like blanket yarn. So I remember all of my makes being like the size of small children. So I imagine that everybody else who was using like blanket yarn or, you know, size 6 and above yarn, theirs were probably really big. And yeah, mine is a peanut in comparison, but I want to show him off and it's like, oh, he's so cute. I really like him. And she has like the felt, I'm brain farting on what it's called. I did this for my Spider-Man patterns where I included like the outline that people could cut out for the eyes. I don't remember what it's called, but anyways, it's in the pattern for his face, so you could like trace around it to do his face. I asked her if I could do safety eyes for him, and she said yes. So these safety eyes are by Nocturne Cat Crochet over on Instagram, one of my absolute best friends in the community. And Nocturne Cat Crochet, she has designed a bunch of Derpy patterns as well. If you've watched any of my other videos, I have talked about a lot of her other Derpy patterns. So I'm a big old fan of Derpy, I can't lie. So I just love him, but he's a big boy. I would say he's right on par size-wise as Minwa by Nocturne Cat Crochet. But this positioning of this Derpy is different. Like he sits up like this, and Minwa is a laying Derpy pattern. So I like that he's like a sitting option. And what was really cool is honestly, when I applied to test him, I figured his limbs were sewn on. Like I just thought they were sewn on. But when I started working on him, I was like, oh my gosh, his limbs are crocheted in. I was just really impressed by how she worked him up. I love this style of crocheting limbs in where it's not just like crocheted in over one row. It's like multiple rows. I've always thought that is such a good way of crocheting in limbs because it gives it a really seamless look. Like, truly, I thought his limbs were sewn on because of how seamless they look. I was so impressed by this Derpy pattern. I love him so much. And yeah, so he's kind of just like a little baby. But they all thought he was a peanut, and I'm like, really? He's just like the size of my head. So I think he's a big boy, but by the time I got to his face, I was like, oh, she had it where there was felt details for teeth and everything. I asked if I could just leave the teeth off because I'm a big fan of Derpy looking more like a baby when I make him. Truthfully, I'm terrified I'm going to mess up the teeth. I think it's very likely I could just mess up the teeth and make him look scary. So all the Derpies I've made, I've left the teeth off because I think him looking like a little baby is just really cute. Like even on the Derpy keychains I've made, I kept the teeth off because I've come to realize I just think him without teeth is actually really cute. And she also gives instructions on face shaping and everything. There was face shaping I had never done before in this pattern. So very detailed. I was extremely impressed and incredibly nice designer. It was really great getting to work for her, getting to work with her for the first time. Very cool and unique Derpy pattern. I forgot to mention how much I love this tail. So unique. I loved that the tail is just color changes rather than embroidery. I feel like it's the first time I've seen a Derpy tail that wasn't embroidery, which I'm not saying embroidery is bad. I just thought it was unique and different, and I liked that. My little Derpy boy. Oh gosh, he's so cute. I am going to bring him with me tomorrow. I just want to see like how people react. Because he's big. He's going to be the biggest Derpy that I have with me. And so I think he's going to catch some attention. I think I will probably end up putting him up on top of Spyro as an attention grabber. He's so cute. Oh, I love anything K-pop Demon Hunters. What can I say? So anyways, the pattern will definitely be out by the time this video releases. And I highly, highly recommend it. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching and supporting. It really does mean so much to me. It feels really good now to be able to say like, hey, I am doing this full time. I am so passionate about my business and pouring myself into this. Words can't even really describe, but like truthfully, my business has been a huge reason I've been able to get out of bed this year. It gives me so much purpose and happiness and joy, and I just love now that I can officially just say, yeah, I took the leap. I left my nursing job in order to go full into my crochet business, and it just seems like more and more now that following my intuition was the best thing. I hope that if others are feeling stuck, that this kind of gives you hope. And even if it's just in the future, you can start making steps to even just pursue this on the side more or whatever it may be. I hope that this can serve as like a beacon of hope. It has really given me so much happiness in my life. I can't say it enough, and I just want people to know that, you know, being yourself and really diving into who you are is your superpower. It is good to be different. It is, you know, you don't have to be this carbon copy mold of all these people around you. Being different is good. I've learned so much this year about myself and about like what I want to contribute to the world. Truthfully, I wouldn't be here without everybody's support. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of your love and kindness. I am so excited for the future. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one for my market recap of me vending at a local middle school. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.